Today is May 30th, 2018. My name is Joe Todd. This is an interview with Bo Winters in Bartlesville, Oklahoma. Sir, where were you born?
I was born in Stringtown, Oklahoma.
Stringtown, Oklahoma. And when's your birthday?
12/23/31.
31. Who was your father?
Irving Albert Winters. Bert.
And your mother?
Vay.
I'm sorry?
Vay. V-A-Y.
V-A-Y. What was her maiden name?
Camp Plain.
How do you spell that?
K-A-M-P-P-L-A-I-N.
L-A-I-N. Did you go through school in Stringtown?
I went to the 9th grade in Stringtown. Transferred to Muzatoka.
To where?
Atoka.
Atoka.
A-T-O-K-A.
Yes.
Finished 9th grade there, and I went into the service my junior year. No, my senior year, I guess. Well, I don't remember. Well, I went in June, so school had been out. It'd been my... Anyway, I come back out of the service. Went to service in 1950.
June of 1950?
Yes.
Okay.
And I got out in 1952. And I think that was in May or June, I don't remember when. But anyway, I went back to school, and I didn't finish. I got married. But service was my first job. Army was my first job.
In your schooling, who was your favorite teacher?
Margaret Hayes. Margaret Haynes.
Why was she your favorite?
Well, she got my first job. Not my first job. She got my career job for me.
Which was?
Banking.
Banking.
But I was working, I was a military policeman in the service. And I come back and I did several things before I went to work for police force. I worked on a ranch. I run a little filling station, sold gasoline 23 cents a gallon.
In Atoka?
Yeah. And I worked for a lumber yard. I drove a truck for a lumber yard. And then I went to work for the police department. And I was renting, my wife and I were renting a little garage apartment from this lady, from Margaret Ames. And she knew the banker. And I was living right behind the banker. This apartment was right behind where the banker lived. His name was Barney McCall. And the winters, there were lots of winters. And they were all up Stringtown. They were all of them Republicans. Wasn't very many Republicans down there. But anyway, had a good name. Good name. My old granddad moved up from Texas. Drove a herd of cattle up in Texas. Wesley, Oklahoma. And I think, I don't remember, but I think, well, I don't remember what year it was, 1900 or 1901 or sometime. But the, prominent people, they started the first telephone service in Stringtown. One of my uncles was a pharmacist, had the big old grocery store and feed store and all there, pharmacy inside. You'd go in and get an ice cream cone and get a cold drink of water. Used to tell me, all of us kids come across the mountain and go over to Chickasaw and swim. And well, I'd walk over there. We walked over there about it. And it's probably 3 or 4 or 5 miles, 3 miles anyway. And we'd come back to town and we'd walk in my uncle's grocery store to get us a cold drink of water. And he always look over his glass and say, well, by George, didn't you boys just cross Chickasaw? You want us to get a drink out of Chickasaw? But anyway, Margaret Haynes went to, she were real good friends with Marty McCall, and she went to him, and he may have asked her if she knew any young man would go work the bank. Well, she told him about me, and anyway, they hired me. $175 a month. And my wife, she worked in a drugstore, and she finally went to work for this lady and she taught her how to do hair. And she was on the comatology board of the state of Oklahoma. And anyway, she got my wife's license to do hair. And finally wound up and finally bought the shop from her. And I think I got up to $325 a month there by that time. And I bought the beauty shop with the lady. And anyway, we worked there, and I had an uncle in Antlers that was on the board at the bank in Antlers. And the old fellow over there, he had to retire. He didn't have to retire, but he was retiring. And through him, well, they hired me to come to Antlers to run the bank at Antlers. And I didn't know anything about running the bank, but I was good with people. I didn't have an education, college education. But I was real good with people, and anyway, I took the job, $700 a month. And finally winding up buying the bank, me and my uncle. And I had control of the bank. But anyway, long story short, I got out. Things kind of got tough in, I don't remember what year, 60s, in the early 60s. And I sold out to him. And God dog, I raised cattle on the side. I raised cattle, quarter horses. And I had 2 boys and a daughter. And the boys were in agriculture. We raised show calves, sold them, and they showed the calves. And from there, I had a little linen store.
A what?
Linen.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? On the street, loans, small
Okay.
loans.
Like a pawn shop or something? Or
Well, it wasn't a pawn shop, but it was just
a loan company?
yeah. Oh, that's the worst mistake I ever made. Lost my tail on that. I was too easy. You didn't take any collateral. You did, but it wasn't worth it. But I'm just too goddamn easy. I was always, if you told me you was gonna do something, I believed you. You know, that type of thing.
I like it.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Do you remember when the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor?
Yeah.
What did you think when you heard about that?
Do what?
What did you think when you heard about the attack on Pearl Harbor?
Oh gosh, I don't remember what I thought. I don't remember what I thought. It scared me. I remember that,
During the war, did you help with the scrap metal drives or rubber drives during the war?
No.
Okay.
No.
Do you recall VJ Day when the war ended?
Yeah.
Was there a big celebration?
Not where I lived, there wasn't.
That in Atoka?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there wasn't.
Now, you joined the Army in June 1950?
Yeah.
Why'd you join the Army over the Navy or the Marines?
Well, the 45th Division, and they had the 45th MP Company, or it was a medical company for a long time. There's the MP Company right there in Atoka.
Okay.
And everybody, all the young guys my age were joining.
So you joined the National Guard then?
Yeah, yeah.
What MP company was in Atoka?
45th MP Company.
45th MP company.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
Did you have what'd you go for? Did you have a basic training?
Oh yeah, yeah. Went to Fort Polk, Louisiana.
Tell me about that.
Well, just tough. You just up in the morning and go pull your duty, and it was, oh heck, I was 17 years old, and I didn't give a goddamn, and I didn't pay attention to a whole lot. I just did what I told to do, and just didn't have a lot of cognizant about it, about the whole deal, I just like I'd get hurt, like I'd fall out of a Jeep, they'd throw me out of a Jeep or something like that, I wouldn't go to a doctor, I was too tough to go to a doctor. Gosh, that type of thing. You know how you are when you're young.
Oh yeah. What type of training did you have in basic?
Just a police work, the only thing I had.
Okay.
And I'd have to walk and carry equipment, go on hikes, by gosh.
The forced marches?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd have to do that, and I can't remember, but I went to Fort Benning, Georgia for a police academy deal. And I think that lasted maybe a month or 2 months, I don't remember that, but anyway, it was, Korea's a cold sucker. But
Now-
I was in Japan,
Tell me about going to Korea or going to Japan. How'd you go to Japan?
a ship,
Well, you left the country from where?
San Francisco.
San Francisco. Tell me about the trip to Japan.
Well, I didn't get sick. My cousin called me old iron gut. He'd get sick, throw up, especially when they show movies. I guess they're every day, down in the ship, and that dang, that get sick, that dark, I get that old ship sick.
You recall the name of the ship?
No,
Was it a trip ship or what?
heck, I don't know.
How'd you pass the time on the trip?
I don't know. I guess just this and horseplay, and they probably could play catch,
Where were your quarters on the ship? Where'd you sleep?
down in the ship. In bunks.
They were stacked how
Yeah,
high?
3 high.
3 high?
Yeah.
Was your cousin on the ship with you?
Yeah, yeah,
He's the one that got seasick?
yeah, yeah. There was three of us. There were three winners on that ship.
What was your cousin's name?
Eddie Mark
Eddie Mark. Eddie Mark Winters?
and Tommy Joe Winters.
Tommy Joe. Were they all from Atoka?
No, they Stringtown.
Stringtown.
They
Okay.
never left Stringtown until they went off to school and
Yeah.
whatever.
When you were leaving San Francisco on that ship, what were you thinking?
I wasn't thinking. You know, 17 years old, wasn't I?
What they on the ship? What did they tell you to do in case the ship was sinking? What were you supposed to do?
I never said anything. Never said anything.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know what I'd done. Tried to find me a boat to get in, I guess.
And the ship landed where?
And, oh heck, I can't think. It wasn't,
Wasn't Tokyo.
no, it wasn't Tokyo. I never got up to Tokyo. I was in Hokkaido.
Hokkaido.
You know where that is?
Yeah. That's the
Northern
Northern
most-
Island.
Yeah,
What'd you do in Hokkaido?
that's it. Police work. We trained. We were attached to, had three companies in the division. There was a 180th, and 279th, and 179th. And where they was on bivouac, well, we'd be attached to them.
Were you still in the 45th MP company?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we got into all these draftees. Most of them was around New York, you know, a lot of them New York. Some of them Georgia, Mississippi, Louisiana. Had a few from Texas. But,
Have any problem with the soldiers?
huh?
Have any problem with those soldiers?
No.
Yeah.
No, no problem, no problem. Of course, they were all older, you know, and you know, there's so many of us that's like 17, 18 years old, you know.
Were you at Camp Drake? Was that Camp Drake in Hokkaido?
You know, I don't know.
Okay.
No, it wasn't Camp Drake,
Okay.
because we was out in the field all the
Yeah.
time we was in Hokkaido. We wasn't out of camp.
Yeah.
We left the camp we was at Sapporo. The camp was at Sapporo. But I don't know what camp it was. But we left from there and went to Hokkaido. And you talk about, there was a place where they'd go for vacation. This big hotel, had hot baths and ladies to do massages, stuff like this. That's a nice place, but that's where we'd all go. That's where the soldiers come to do their downtime. What do you call that?
R&R?
R&R. But that was a good experience. That was a good experience.
How long were you in Japan?
9 months.
What's your most vivid memory of Japan?
The people.
The people. What was their attitude towards you?
Good. No animosity at all. You meet them on the street, the old timers bow to you. You know, and I worked with Japanese policemen, you know. And you go in the house, you had to put your shoes off. And we'd go in their home. We'd do this. on purpose. Wear white gloves. And you go wipe anywhere in that goddamn house, there would be no dust on that glove. Clean, very clean. And they rip-rap their rivers, their creeks, in sacked rocks. No erosion. No erosion anywhere, boy. Yeah. Saving that for rice paddies.
Do you recall the date that you landed in Japan?
No. Nope.
Was it 1950?
Oh, yeah,
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 okay.
yeah.
Okay. So when did you go to Korea?
Don't remember that, really.
What did you do in Korea?
Same thing.
Where did you land in Korea? Do you recall?
Pusan?
Busan.
Yeah.
What did you do there?
Pusan?
Yes.
Got on a truck and went north. Went that front line, by golly. We dug holes in the side of the hills to put our kitchen in, this type of thing. Put a tent over it. Or put a tent in it or whatever. And the old ground was froze so hard that would dig out, of course, what that dig out was shovel and pick, and then get chunks out. Put a winch on that doggone chunk, that to break the winch. Ground froze so hard. My old feet, that's another thing about my feet. Frostbite, not hard, not bad. When I come back in Korea, I never was able to keep my feet warm. But anyway, it was a good, I wouldn't trade anything for it.
Now, where was the front line where you went to? Where was it located?
I don't know.
Okay. Were you in South Korea, North Korea, or where?
North Korea.
North Korea.
Well, up on the line.
Up on the 38th parallel.
Yeah,
You on the DMZ?
yeah, yeah.
What'd you do in the DMZ?
Direct traffic. Make sure nobody's getting lost, like that, but directing traffic. Directing traffic.
Were you there when the North Koreans came across the 38th parallel?
Do what?
Were you there when the North Koreans and Chinese came across the 38th parallel?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, I might have been, I don't remember, but I don't remember coming across when I was there.
Any firefights in your area?
Do firefights?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, yeah, one thing that I know about it, shells coming over, blasting up there and over there.
Firing into North Korea?
Yeah, North Korea fired at us.
Okay, yeah. What were you thinking with those shells going over?
Oh, I did. They had a sacked shelter to get in there when you wasn't out there, traffic wasn't coming. That's where I'd be,
Mm-hmm.
If it's coming over too tight, well, I'd be in that shelter,
What type of quarters you have over there in Korea?
Tents.
Tents.
Yeah.
How many men to a tent?
Oh, be 18 or 20 of us,
What was your average day over there?
Just nothing to do.
What time would you get up in the morning?
Oh, daylight, by golly, whatever, get out of that sack before daylight.
And you'd have breakfast?
Yeah.
And then what would you do each day? What would you do?
Well, most time we worked.
What, directing traffic or
Yeah,
what?
yeah. And, but if we wasn't that, we could get out and run around a Jeep, go south,
What was the attitude of the South Koreans towards you?
Wasn't around them any,
Okay.
speak of, around them any. Where we were, this one that had out of there, And down at Pusan, back around, getting out of that stuff,
Did you have any North Korean prisoners in your area?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's another thing we did. We had, we guarded the prisoners.
What was their attitude?
Don't know. They're just there. You know, they didn't, if there's cusses, we didn't know what to do.
Yes. Did you have interpreters with you?
Not with us, no.
Okay.
They wasn't with us, you know.
So when you were directing traffic, what kind of vehicles did you have on the road?
Well, a deuce and a half, 2.5 ton trucks,
Yeah.
tanks, and whatever, you know, whatever was going up there, you know, that's what we'd tell them which way to go, you know.
And then you direct them, they came back?
Yeah. Yeah. We was usually at an intersection,
Yeah.
you know.
How long would you be on duty directing traffic?
I don't remember.
What'd you do in your off time?
In Korea,
Yeah.
dang, I guess play poker or wrestle or whatever, you know. We just, most of us was a bunch of old young boys. We'd wrestle or whatever, you know.
Play baseball over there?
No, well, we'd catch, you know, not play, but we'd catch.
Who was your commanding officer? What was his name?
There was our colonel was, his name was Hickey. I can't remember his first name. Captain Williams. Can't remember his first name.
He was your company commander?
Of course, we had 4 or 5 lieutenants. Captain, we had Captain Williams. And first lieutenant was Fink, Lon Fink. And Meade was a lieutenant. Wells was a lieutenant. I think we had 4 lieutenants.
What was your rank over there?
Corporal.
Corporal.
Come out of the corporal.
What's your most vivid memory of Korea?
Vivid. The cold. I thought it was cold.
How cold was it?
Well, sometimes 30 degrees below zero.
How'd you stay warm?
Well, we had heavy duty boots. I think they called them Air Force boots. Had fur in them, you know, lace up. But we had warm clothing. You know, we had warm clothing. And I don't remember how we kept the darn ears cold. I don't remember that. I'm sure we had caps with flaps on them. I'm sure we had, you know, but I don't remember. But I do remember the clothing. If it was going to be in real bad duty, open duty, we had, I think maybe coveralls, and they were kind of like leather on the outside and real thick wool on the inside. And I think maybe that'd been probably in Air Force stuff also.
How long were you in Korea?
9 months.
9 months.
9 months. Yep, 9 months.
Tell me about coming home.
Do what?
Tell me about coming home.
Well, it's good. It's good. It's good. We come home on a ship. Landed in San Francisco.
When you came under the Golden Gate Bridge, what were you thinking?
I don't know. I don't know what I said. I just remember looking at it, you know. Just looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what I said.
So when'd you come to Bartlesville?
Well, I tell you about Bartlesville. I've got two boys and a daughter, and they all turned out to be bankers. The daughter didn't wound up that way, but the two boys. But my oldest son, he married they went to college together. He and his wife at Wilburton, and she got a job at Phillips computer office. I don't know what it was. She's office. Well, she and Wally got married, and he come up here, and he went back to school. He got out, and he had finished up at Wilburton. He didn't go anywhere for a year or two, and he married Kim, and moved up here, and did carpentry work. He went to work for this carpenter, and he built homes. He built some $100 homes back over here somewhere. But anyway, and he went back to Stillwater, went to school, finished school. Well, he could be an ag teacher or finance. He could, I don't know what he took, other than ag. But anyway, he wound up going to work at a bank at Nowata. And from there, he went to work for Home National.
Who?
Home National.
Home National.
And my youngest son, he was in a bank at Atoka. No, at Antlers. At Antlers. And but to begin first, before that happened, my youngest son come to work up here for Gary Winters. I can't remember the name of the bank. He was right over there at the shopping mall. Back off to your left there a little way. Can't remember the name.
Oh, Washington Mall?
Huh?
The big mall down here?
Yeah. On your left.
Oh, yeah.
Right here.
Yes, okay. Yeah.
Uh,
That's where they have that Gann's store in there. G-A-N. Gann has a store in there.
yeah.
Oh, Eastland. Eastland shopping.
Yeah.
Eastland, yes.
Yeah. Right here. It's right here.
Yes, Eastland.
On Frank Phillips or
Yes.
something like
Yeah.
that. But anyway, he worked there for this Gary Winters. And Gary Winters, I hired Gary Winters out of college. When he finished college, I put him to work in Antlers, and he wound up run this bank over here. So he put my son to work. Well, he come back, and this boy come back and went finishing school at Southeastern at Durant, and working part-time in a bank at Durant. Anyway, Wally was working at Home National. Well, they were looking for employees. I think they were hitting hard times. They were really hard times. They're based in Arizona. Wally got Tony to come up here. I think he probably got a bonus to recruit Tony. Yeah, I don't think Wally knew what was really going on, but anyway, they went kaplook. But anyway, Wally was up here quite a while, and I'd come here visit Wally, and I really did like Bartlesville. I still like it. But and then my youngest son, Wally, when Home National went out, Wally, he had a stomach problem, and come to find out it was some kind of cancer. One that never heard of, but they'd heard of maybe one case, and I've never this day found out for sure what it was. But anyway, he died. All he did. But Tony wound up. He stopped at Stillwater twice. He's at McAllister. Then he come back to Bartlesville. He works for the Central Bank. He took it over. That's what I'm doing here. I have to follow him so he'd look at me.
Yeah. Would you join the Army again?
Oh yeah, God dog it. If they need me, that'd be the only reason I'd join it,
I'd like to do a word association. I'll give you some words and you give me your reaction. The first one is basic training.
Tough.
Troopship.
All right.
Hokkaido.
Enjoyed it. It's educational, let's put it that way.
Korea.
Oh, distasteful.
Harry Truman.
I liked his attitude.
Douglas MacArthur.
He was a cocky sucker.
Sigmund Reed.
Don't know that much about him, but I don't know that much about
Yeah,
him.
he was head of South Korea. Yeah.
What'd you say?
He was head of South Korea.
What'd you say? What's the name?
Sigmund Reed.
Oh, okay. Okay, but I still don't.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. How do you want to be remembered?
Oh, as a good dad. And I'm just a good person. And I was well liked, and I helped people. That's one reason I'm Scott Dog Poor. Trying to help people.
I'd like to ask, when you were in Korea, did you have your own vehicle, your own Jeep or whatever that you ran?
Well, I drove a Jeep, mostly.
Who pulled maintenance on the Jeep?
They had a maintenance shop.
How'd you keep the radiator from freezing up on those Jeeps? What'd you put in the radiator?
I don't know what they put in it. I don't know what they put.
So you
Pure alcohol, I imagine.
So you drove the Jeep?
Yeah, I drove a Jeep, yeah.
What was it, having any trouble driving over there as cold as it was in that Jeep?
No. You go, but.
Were the roads icy?
Oh yeah, I don't remember driving that much in winter time. I don't remember driving that much in winter time.
Well, sir, this is an excellent interview.
Well, I appreciate that.
Anything else you want to talk about?
No.
Well, I want to thank you for your service and thank you for the interview.
Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
And again, This is May 30th, 2018. My name is Joe Todd. This has been an interview with Bo Winters in Bartlesville, Oklahoma. Thank you.
You're welcome.